I often say to people, I have a kind of love-hate relationship with our industry, because on the one hand, it's fascinating what our industry does.
Yeah.
Like we create the infrastructure that every single person in the world lives by. Like there's not a single person that's not touched by the built environment. It's where you live. It's where your kids go to school. It's where we care for people in healthcare. It's where you shop. It's where you play. It's where everything. Like you can't actually imagine a thing in your life that doesn't involve the built environment. And we're in the industry that creates it. So that is awesome and fascinating. On the other hand, the way in which we do it is shocking. It's terrible. Like there's parts of the way this industry operates that really bug me. You know, there's a complete disrespect for people. Firstly, like people are basically trying to screw each other. The communications are so bad.
It's interpretation as opposed to communication.
Well, I was actually, over Christmas, I was reading a book, and part of the book was about the story of the Scottish Parliament building. And that project started at a £40 million budget. Okay. And it went through a whole series of events where the Parliament eventually sort of imposed a cap on the costs of about 2 million. But the project ended at 400 million pounds. Okay, so a 10 times increase in cost. And most people read it and say, that's astounding. I was reading it and thinking, that's actually normal. Like that's the way our industry operates. There's such bad communication and processes and planning, and that happens all the time. And every
capital project,
every piece of infrastructure we create is over time, over budget. People are going out of business, being put out of business. It's just the operating environment is shocking, And so what keeps me going is if I can do anything, whatever little thing that is, to change that dynamic. And the little thing I think I can do is tell people about this better way of communication. And it's nothing fancy. I mean, it's technology that's matured, been available for years. It's just getting people to understand that. And one of the best things we can do actually is just sort of either get rid of the acronym or explain to people what the acronym means, so that when you and I both say BIM, at least we're talking about the same thing. Like I'm not talking about one thing and you're sort of thinking about fish or if we can communicate better, we can collaborate better, we can improve the way we work, we can improve the output of our industry, we can meet the human demand for infrastructure.
And for all our young listeners out there, don't get dismayed by the construction industry. It's a great place to work, and it's exciting and it's fascinating. Exactly. And the opportunity there for learning and growth is exponential.
Well, there's nothing more real as a career than creating the built environment. I mean, you can get a career creating computer games or whatever. That's fun, but it's like that only impacts a few people like who are into computer games. When you get into this industry, you're literally impacting everybody's life. You're creating the environment, and if you can do that in a better way, and bring your expertise to this industry, which needs some young expertise.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's one of the oldest industries alive. We've been building forever.
Probably closer to another one, but operating in the same way.
Right? Back to the fish again.